Hey, what's up guys? Sean back with another video and more My 600 Pound Life videos. The grossest guest. Now, when you're that size, there's a ton of gross things that just kinda become second nature to you, like showering less or whatever, but they're still gross. And the fact that it's like immortalized on TV is probably the reason I didn't call the damn show. But I'm sure there's going to be some plenty good ones in here. But yeah, I know you guys want the longer videos. The thing is, I've filmed 2 of those, but I have to get them cleared through copyright or else you guys can't see them because they're blocked in like a bunch of regions. So I'm dealing with that, but I got Paula and James King already filmed. But we could check out some grossest moments and nobody blocks these, so let's check them out.
I've become such a burden to them. Especially my mom, because she has to clean me every day. It was absolutely terrifying.
What's up?
I had a doctor check my prostate once when I was 16, and he put on gloves like that, and I heard that snap, and he told me to put my elbows on the table. I've never trusted a doctor since.
Guys, we're doing something a little different today, okay? Welcome back to Plot Twist. Today I'm going to showcase the worst, most dirty, roach-infested, food-filled houses of my 600-pound life. These living conditions are unacceptable, but when you weigh 600 pounds, I guess all that matters is your next meal anyway. Like this video and subscribe to Plot Twist before we get started. Now,
listen to you, exercising your skinny privilege. I'll tell you, it matters. It still sucks. Just what the hell are you gonna do about it? Not much you can do except change and try to lose weight. But when you're that size, you're just kind of gonna go with it.
you know the drill. Kick back, grab some roach spray, hold your nose, and let's take a tour of some of these crazy houses.
I'm scared that I'm not gonna wake up because of my weight.
Can you go down there and help me?
My weight, it scares me now.
Damn, she's butt naked under there. Well, you do overheat a lot when you're that size. But, damn, she's gotta have at least 40 pounds of yitties right there.
Yeah, I stand up in front of the bed.
I can't lie, Cyrita is the inspiration for this video. Her house is one of the worst we've seen in a really long time.
I'm hungry. You ready for breakfast? I am.
What you need me to get?
I want to do bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches.
It's like peace and war. Do I want war or do I want peace? If I give in, I'll have peace. If I don't, it'll be...
What is that, bacon by the foot? How long is that stuff? Also, every fat person that doesn't have a lot of money has that pan. I had that damn pan. And also, butt cracks and bacon, baby. That's the breakfast of champions.
You're constant nagging about it.
Food fulfills me. It fulfills empty voids that humans can't fulfill.
There's junk absolutely everywhere, and the carpet looks like it's never been vacuumed a day
Oh my god, that cat's eating Cheeto dust. Can you look? It's dyed orange. Ew.
in her life. There's a hot plate or a portable stove right in front of the TV. You can even see the grease forming on the TV screen where she cooks food in bed every night.
Huh? Hello?
Look at that. At least she's a smart 600-pounder. She's got a steel frame. You ain't playing with that, baby. She ain't breaking it, at least. I broke a couple bed frames in my day. And is that... what is that? Is that a roach on the wall already? I didn't notice that the first go around.
What's for breakfast? What's that?
God only knows what's hiding under the bed, too.
I'll set up here.
Gonorrhea?
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Well, but I can't really judge because I am an enabler sometimes.
And why are there so many empty...
Why is there an Amazon fish tank? But also, if your girl ever asks you what's for breakfast, just tell her you got her covered on a protein shake. That's what I always say to mine, just to mess with her.
fish tanks in the house, each one of them dirtier than the last.
So I was raised by a lot of people, moving around from home to home.
At least the cat's doing its part to help clean up the floor.
I crawl up the stairs, and so I tried not to depend on my family so much.
Man, the bareback crawl is crazy. I'm going to try that tomorrow after I get out of the shower. That looks like fun.
It's because sometimes they enable me a little too much.
Cyrita has to crawl to get up the stairs, and her house is in such bad condition that she actually fell through the floor recently. The walls are falling apart too.
I was mentally traumatized. But each new family that child services sent me to.
As they eat their breakfast of eggs and pizza rolls in bed, you can actually see a roach flying around behind them. I can only...
But also, at 600 pounds, like, your house is going to be under construction. If that floor is that rickety, you going to take a spill for sure. Man, that is... Well, she just has stuff everywhere.
imagine how much bacteria and mold must be on that bed from them cooking 4-course meals in it and eating right in it every day.
No, I'm mixing all mine together.
Okay.
Let me know when to stop, because once I get a hold of this pie, I ain't sharing.
You eating too fast.
Yeah, we're trying.
Look, he's hungry. She said, let me know. I ain't gonna... She took the whole pan. She gave this man a bowl and took the pan. That's some classic 600-pound stuff.
Cooking right in your bedroom has got to be the most unsanitary thing you can do in your house. I'm nauseous at the thought of all the bugs. Plus, I don't even want to know how badly the smell sticks to the sheets and pillows.
He looked mad as hell.
Well, I've had a lot of relations and relationships.
On their way out of the house, it's clear to see how messy, dirty, and dilapidated the rest of the property is. There are garbage cans knocked over and trash everywhere, but no one bothers.
You know how I say you're playing tag with the Grim Reaper? How far you think she gets away? Because that's like light speed for 600-pounders. And also, did you guys see that like raccoon tail in his pocket? I didn't know this dude was a furry. I don't even know if I saw that when I watched this clip.
To pick it up. What do you think? Does Cyrita have the dirtiest house of any 600-pound life patient? Drop a comment and let me know what you guys think.
I can't get around. And I've been trapped in this bed for years now. I can't even go to the bathroom on my own anymore. The best I could do is scoot to the end of my bed and use a bowl that my boyfriend JT brings me.
In the Tupperware, though? Oh my god. Actually, I think I had to do that like 3 times. There was 3 days where I couldn't stand up. I threw my back out, and I'm pretty sure I had to do what she's doing. So it's gross, but the fact that she's bedbound, that's what got my ass moving. I didn't want to get to there every day.
Thank you. And then he comes and takes it.
If you thought Cyrita was bad, make way for La Chante. She's so overweight that she has to sleep with her mattress on the floor, but what's worse than that, she's too big to walk to the bathroom.
Oh my god, I thought her boobs were out. That's her leg. That's wild.
Or to even fit on the toilet. So her boyfriend literally brings her a plastic bowl every time she has to pee or poop, and she does her business right there out in the open. When she's done, he takes it from her with no gloves on. Super gross and super unhygienic.
Just let me know when you're ready for me to, catch it.
But it's one of the most strenuous things I do all day.
I mean, look, if you're bathing in a day at that size, honestly, you had an eventful day.
Because I have to try to move around and reach all the parts of my body.
LaShanta, there's a lot of things that she cannot do. So I have to help LaShanta from time to time with a lot of things that she needs.
She then takes a bath in the exact same spot she just relieved her bowels in. Nice.
Food is the only joy and pleasure I have now. It's the only thing I really have to look forward to anymore. My sons, Jeremy and Sean, still live with me. So I make sure I make enough for them and JT and me.
And then, you guessed it, just moments later, she's preparing an entire meal of raw chicken.
Is that chicken or pork? Cause that didn't look like chicken. Am I tripping? That looked like pork to me. The pork pounder pea pot.
Right in the bed she just showered in and pooped herself in. Hey, at least she's wearing gloves.
After that, my mom reached a point of no return. So she packed her stuff and left with my older sister, Tiffany, to take shelter with a friend. I woke up the next morning, and my sister and my mama were gone. I didn't care if I lived or died, so I would eat to escape. I was so terribly lonely.
She would just sit there and urinate on herself, and that's pretty much where she stayed.
You can't mention...
You pretty much feel like you're locked in your own body, but if the key to success is hard work at that size, you're going to try to pick the lock. Nobody wants to do all that work.
Gross living conditions without checking in with Margaret. Watch as she devours this meal on her bed, the dirty soles of her feet facing the camera, and allowing 4 or 5 dogs to circle around her and beg for food. Listen, we all love snuggling with our dogs, but when you don't bathe and shower yourself, we all know you're not cleaning those dogs. It's actually pretty
What's that, Lassie? She fell into a box of Krispy Kreme?
sad. During this scene, Margaret's mom tells us that Margaret used to wet the bed and just lay in it all day. She's probably the first 600-pound patient to admit that.
All right, let me get you up. Let's get you going.
I mean, I peed the bed longer than I'd care to admit as a kid, but it's been like 3 days since I did that.
You want some coffee?
No.
One of them days?
Today I was supposed to be doing physical therapy, but usually I don't have the swollen leg.
Bro, she's got camo bed sheets. That's some country stuff right there. I didn't know Realtree made bed sheets.
And so I just didn't really want to do nothing today.
She sleeps in the middle of her living room with a curtain around her, kind of like makeshift walls. And in her
Like a
bed,
hospital.
she lays next to garbage and, of course, her animals. You can see multiple soda cups and trash bags next to where she sleeps. I doubt she's ever tried to clean her living space. What do you guys think?
I've become such a burden to them. Especially my mom, because she has to clean me every day. It was absolutely terrifying.
In the first few moments of Janine's episode, we see that she poops and pees right in the middle of her living room. The living room itself is cluttered.
But if she could stand, she could get to the bathroom, right? You don't have to go cheeks out for Jesus for mom or whatever.
Cluttered and dirty, and Janine and her mom seem to have no issue wiping and cleaning her butt right in the middle of the house.
So my childhood got harder and harder. And that continued until right before I started high school. Because when I was 13, my grandmother died.
Aww.
And after that was when I finally had the courage to start telling my mom some of the things that had happened to me.
So what, you eat McDonald's grief and grimace? Is that how this works? I like to rhyme things.
Just moments after cleaning her butt, Janine and her mom sit in the dirty living room and just chow down on McDonald's like it's nothing. These two have a weird relationship though. Janine's mother made her start smoking cigarettes when she was just a child because she thought it would make her lose weight. It's that level of dysfunction that leads to extreme mental health issues for a kid, and therefore a dirty, messy living situation.
I started smoking cigarettes when I was 14. My mom caught me, she made me smoke the whole pack. I got so sick after all those Camel Turkish Silvers.
At least it makes for great TV.
The skin is so broken down that it can't heal on its own. But with how bad it is, I think it would have been a month or 2 before the infection got in her bloodstream and killed her. All right, we have you all cleaned up for now, Jean.
Okay, thank you.
But we're gonna need to keep you here on antibiotic for at least a couple of weeks.
Okay.
And we'll teach you and your mom how to keep it clean properly to make sure it doesn't come back once we get you going in the right direction.
I mean, an infection's a pretty serious deal at that size, because your wounds take longer to heal. Like, you could just have a little cut, it could take months to heal, because all that weight pulling at the, like, wound or whatever, it'll take a while. It's weird how it works, but...
Janine keeps her body so
Gravity.
dirty that her lymphedema got really badly infected. Dr. Now had to clean her up and actually teach her and her mom how to clean her. She needed to stay in the hospital on antibiotics for an extra week because of how bad her infection was. All because her house was so dirty.
The only thing I want to do right now is eat enough to make the pain go away. No,
I gotta watch her whole episode. I think I seen a clip of her, but I couldn't remember. But also, like, she could walk. Why was she using the, like, bathroom in the middle of the living room? She could walk to the bathroom.
but there's nothing to eat here. So I just want to go to bed.
When she gets back to her house, you can spot a total of 9 dogs roaming around, jumping on her stained mattress and most likely peeing wherever they see fit. And it looks like they just ripped up some toilet paper or paper towels. My best guess is Janine is not gonna rush to clean that all up.
I talked to my mom, and we both decided we're not going back to Houston. With my dad gone, we can't leave the dogs alone.
You just totally gave up on your... There's gotta be somebody that would come take care of them dogs. But 9's a hefty order, I ain't gonna lie. And also, they're probably marking territory because you've been marking their living room.
And I can't go by myself. So I'm just not in a place to be able to do Dr. Now's program. So Dr. now wants me to talk to a therapist to discuss how I'm feeling and the decisions I'm making.
Hi, this is Lola.
Sadly, her dad passed away at the end of the episode, and she completely gave up on losing weight. In this final scene, she lays in her disgusting house and has a lazy appointment with a therapist.
I mean, people deal with grief in different ways. You would think you want to honor your father's memory, lose weight, get better, so he could look down on you and be happy for you. But at the same time, like, it's a tall order. I understand why they don't want to, but life's so much better on this side.
Not even bothering to lift her head up to look at the phone.
There's almost nothing in this world that can compare to the feeling of taking that first bite when I haven't eaten in a while. When I open my eyes, some days I feel like I'm living in a nightmare. And because with how big I am now, it's a daily struggle just to get out of bed. After the divorce, in the first 2 months.
Bro, you see that chair? That ain't steel, that's wood, buddy. You're playing with your life with that damn thing. Oh my god, this dude is killing breakfast. Most important meal of the day, I guess all day.
Months I gained a good 130, 140 pounds.
Lastly, we have Mike.
In a month.
Mike lives in his parents' basement and sleeps all day while they're at work. He has a massive breakfast every morning and a massive lunch right afterward. In just the first 10 minutes of his episode, he's already scarfed down both Denny's and a giant plate of Chinese food.
Damn, the IHOP Intimidator, that's his nickname. But man, my freaking butt's sore, man. I got such a good workout in yesterday. I used to think that a butt massage was just something that I told to my, girlfriend so I could play with her butt. But, man, I'm going crazy on myself with a Theragun after this.
But as you look around the house, you might feel like there's nothing to see here. It is actually clean. But the more you learn about Mike's backstory, the more you start to see what's so gravely wrong with his house.
I was already putting on lots of weight, and I got up to 102 pounds when I turned 6. I was very active, playing sports, football, basketball.
I was going to say, he looks like, I can't remember that guy's name, but he's like Buzz in I think the Little Giants or something. He looked just like him. The guy that carries the fridge on his back. Please, somebody know what I'm talking about.
Baseball, soccer, tennis.
He was always bigger than everyone else. I'd say stronger, too. He excelled at every sport he tried, and tried just about all of them.
So Mike was always an athlete, right? His parents let him binge eat to the point of no return because he was a big football player. But no.
You know something funny? My mom used to bribe me when I was little and play baseball with, if I hit a triple, I got 3 pieces of gum. If I hit a double, 2. I always had that relationship with food, and my ass was clocking some homers.
No kid should weigh that much in kindergarten.
Once we started playing sports, I think starting at age 7, it was constantly busy with sports, and my weight didn't matter. And that's when I picked football as my only sport. My coach signed me up for weightlifting, and I focused all on football. All of a sudden, my size was a good thing.
As long as he was playing sports, especially football, his parents didn't care how much he weighed.
We're 2 blocks from the practice field. I was at every practice just to watch him play.
But here's the thing. When you're that size and you play football, the little kids are always going to undercut your knees. I know because somebody blew out my right knee the same way.
I was one of the few parents that was there all the time because I was proud of it.
His parents were just as obsessed with football as he was.
After 5 games, I got a concussion and I sprained my neck. 2 weeks after that, my first practice back, I got another concussion.
When he got his second concussion, I think his spirit was broken right then. According to the NCAA rules, he's done.
But when Mike got to college to
I mean, that's good, because what is it, CTE? I'm pretty sure I probably had a dozen of them things. You want to know why I'm so psycho? Probably friggin' getting my block knocked off a few times.
Play for the state football team, he had a string of concussions that ripped him away from his dreams of becoming a professional football player. Even his dad recognizes how crushed and devastated Mike was about this.
I know he was depressed.
I felt like a failure. I lost my football scholarship. I couldn't afford the tuition. So I moved from there back in with my parents. That's when my depression started.
So he and his parents are fully aware that his depression and overeating got as bad as it ever was when he was booted from the football team.
I mean, imagine your whole life you've been told, your value is because you're good at something, and it gets taken away from you. So I understand where he's coming from. I get it. You just found an unhealthy way to, kind of relieve it. So maybe turn away from food, get back into working out and weightlifting.
So why does Mike's family insist on wearing Ohio State football shirts in almost every scene? If you look closely, almost every wall of Mike's house is covered in Ohio State football swag. Even the bathroom where Mike takes a shower has Ohio State football decorations. And if you look super closely, you can see jerseys on the wall in the next room over too. Even the outside of his house is adorned with Ohio State everything. The living room, decked out head to toe. If Mike
Does it really matter if they're big Ohio State fans? Like, I feel like that was probably there before he stopped playing football, too. So I don't think that's necessarily the reason.
is binge eating every day to ease the pain of being a failed football recruit, why would his family dedicate their entire home to football? It's not dirty, but it sure is repulsive. Who do you think had the weird...
I mean, yeah, it's not dirty. Here's the thing. There's a lot of gross moments when you're 600 pounds, alright? It just kind of comes par for the course. You're not going to shower every day, for one. Getting to the bathroom is going to become a chore. Stepping up the curb becomes hard. There's, like, no positive there. Besides, I guess, the food and eating whatever you want. That's what people always point to. This is what's good about it. But your life could get so much better. There's always, like, a chance to fight back. You can always better yourself. And I'm not sure where some of these ended up. I'd have to see the full episode. I only watch My 600 Pound Life when I'm doing it for you guys, because I lived it. I know how the hell it feels. But, alright guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Okay, bye.